I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm Francis Xavier Flinn. I go by FX. I am on the board of select persons here in the town of Hartford. 2 years ago today, I was just so thankful that the wind had not materialized and it was just raining. And I was sitting up on top of the hill over there thinking we really dodged a bullet. But about an hour from now will be the 2-year anniversary of a series of emails and phone calls that opened the door to an awful lot of horror and tragedy. And it's amazing that, you know, we're here 2 years later and you really have to look closely to see anything down here. But it's still startling to take friends who come to town to visit and walk them over to Simon Pierce through the way behind the Parker House and point up to the high watermark that has been painted on the Parker House. It's really a wonderful thing if you haven't seen it. It's quite startling to stand there and realize the water would be well over your head. And if you go and talk to Alex and Adam Adler, who own the Parker House, they'll tell you that it actually got a few inches higher than where they positioned it. So what I can tell you immediately about the end of the bridge on the Quechee Main Street side and what's going to happen now that the Emporium building has come down is that Bob White of ORW, which is a landscape architecture firm that does a lot of public infrastructure related work in the Upper Valley, has donated his services to the town to come up with 2 or 3 concepts for what might be done there. And that is being put in front of the town staff, the engineers, and DPW people to determine whether or not any or all of those plans are feasible. And once the town is satisfied that they can actually execute from these different ideas, they're going to hold a public meeting here in Quechee sometime after Labor Day to present that work and to get input, feedback, ideas, suggestions from everyone in the community. And at that point, Bob will put the finishing touches on the design aspect, and the town manager will have the estimates developed so that we know how much it would cost. And then presumably, we're going to put that money in the budget that will be voted on at town meeting next March. And as soon as the construction weather arrives next spring, we'll begin doing the work there. We may find that some great ideas that the community comes up with might be beyond the ability or willingness of the select board to budget for, in which case there might have to be some fundraising. But what I'm hoping is that we're going to be able to take care of this with the funds that the town has. The town's been very, very fortunate with respect to the cost of Irene to the town. I think it's safe to say that the cost has been, in terms of actual dollars, fairly minimal, because the town did a fantastic job of following all of the FEMA's rules and regulations and documenting everything that they did and getting FEMA's nod before going ahead. And that has enabled the town to get every dollar that it was entitled to. this is a very, very different story from a lot of towns in Vermont. And I have to say that we all owe Hunter Reesberg, the town manager, a real big thank you for that. It's pretty interesting to me that 2 years ago our rainy day funds were on the order of $1.7 million, and now our rainy day funds are on the order of $1.8 or $1.9 million. So I do believe that attending to this end of the bridge and getting it right is something that the town will take on, and will be happy to take on, because they understand that this is an economic engine in the town. To have Quechee Village attractive, interesting, a fun place to spend time, a place that